Now, you see, the one pet peeve that I have in games is when they seemingly crash for no reason whatsoever. That is exactly what just happened. The game crashed. Fucking hell, bro. Alright. Let's just keep doing what we're doing. The situation has become serious. Well, not really. How do I level up my mesmerize level? Reed's mesmerize skill will increase to 2 after I reach Whitechapel. Oh. Well, ain't that something. I feel like Vampyr is gonna be one of the games where I'm not gonna be able to actually play on live stream because of how often the stream will wind up stopping. So if I feel like I have to make a whole new save, or not whole new save, but just start making Share Factory videos from here on out in case the game crashes, then I'll do it. Ugh. Alright, whatever. Let's just go. Whitechapel Street. Serious. Come here, you. Who the fuck keeps throwing those fucking crossbow bolts at me? I'm gonna end you. Oh my god, that gave me a lot of health. No fucking way you actually don't see me right now. Wait, what? Didn't... That's what you get for lighting me on fire. Aluminum powder, aluminum shard. I think I needed a few of those shards to upgrade my club.
Stop! Right now! It's one of them!
Oh my god, they have that thing around as a basic fucking enemy? Watch me kill him easier out here than I do the actual boss. Bro. Oh, okay. That's fucking whack. Takes me 2 attempts to kill him in the sewer. Wait a minute. Roger, the wall. Oh my god. The wall. Hit me again. Damn, bruv, like, you really need to chill out. Roger the wall is my next victim. Do something stupid. That's good enough. Really just gonna let me parry you 2 times in a row like that? 3 times in a row? Bro, I'm honestly surprised you have any blood left in your body whatsoever. How many times I fucking drank from the source. That's 4 times now. How do you have any blood left? Alright, well, Roger the Wall went down like a bitch. So.
It's locked, all right.
Not opened after 9 p.m.
It's locked.
Door won't open from this side. Of course it won't. This one opens. Goody.
Whitechapel. This neighborhood is linked somehow to the kind Lady Ashbury's blackmail. First, let's find this Petrescu fellow.
Fuck you all! Fuck it all! Stop it now, Albert, stop it!
Oh my god.
Me, I'll not die in some stinking alley reeking worse than a week-old lavvy.
Oh my
Are
god.
you all right?
The bastard hit the wall next to me. I don't even know if he meant to miss.
If you've been hurt, I can help you. I'm a doctor.
Name's Albert. Remember it. Now bugger off.
Do you know Nurse Dorothy Crane from the Pembroke Hospital? If you know anything about her, I'd appreciate it.
Never heard of her. She's pretty, I'll keep an eye out.
Bruh.
What happened? Did you really steal that man's medication?
Hey, I didn't do anything, it ain't me.
Maybe he confused you with someone else.
All right. Perhaps the poor drunk just confused you with someone else.
Sod off, mister. You ain't got no clue what's going on here. Bastard was a soldier in the war, so now he's got the right to shoot me.
It's true. I'm not familiar with this part of town. Perhaps you could help me.
I said sod off. Go find yourself another guide.
Alright, fine. Jesus Christ.
Goodbye.
I'll not die. I'm the...
Man, you know what? Get the fuck up. I've had enough of people disrespecting me. Come with me, right now. I don't give a fuck if you think I'm a vampire or not. I've had enough of people disrespecting me. How much XP will I even get for eating this guy? Oh, you're not worth it. You're not worth it. You're truly just not worth it. You won't get me anything right now anyway.
What? Shooting a boy in the middle of the street. Not the best thing to do, wouldn't you say?
What? You saw what happened? Who are you?
I'm Dr. Reed, and I'd like to ask you a few questions, if you promise me to set your gun aside.
No. Look, I'm not a violent man. I'm Benjamin Palmer, doctor. And no one can help me. Not even you.
You sure about that?
Do you know Nurse Dorothy Crane from the Pembroke Hospital?
Funny, I've been searching for her too. I need some pills. But the woman is a phantom, if you ask me.
Really? And why is that?
The word is she ain't real. Just a cover for some doctor who runs an illegal dispensary for migrants.
Illegal dispensary? Really? Oh, he's got a mesmerized level of 1 as well. Oh, he's got a migraine. Ugh. That must suck. Stage 2 as well.
What can you tell me about this place?
Nothing to say, really. This is where I used to live, and this is where I live now.
You don't have anywhere to go? No family that would welcome you?
Not since the death of my wife, Albert's mother. She was sick, you see.
Wait a minute. Albert. Oh. 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 Wow, dude. You just tried to shoot your son. Oh, wow. Look at how much XP he gives you. He's not worth it. He's not worth it. Not yet. Just keep your cover. What fucking cover? Nobody will figure it out. Nobody will ever even care that he's gone. But he's got a migraine and he won't give me as much, so I gotta help him out first.
Long before the flu and all this shit.
You mean you used to have a better life?
Yeah, I had a wife, a home, and a job. I even used to have a name. Now I'm just Ben. Ben the Tramp.
Perhaps you could focus for a moment and tell me your troubles.
I'm sick, broke, and my son just stole my pills. Everything's coming up rough.
What is it, Benjamin? It was the war, wasn't it? Your nerves are shot, aren't they? I need some answers, Private. From one soldier to another.
The doctors called me a liar. A coward. Put me in a straitjacket, locked me up. Finally, they sent me back to the front lines with a handful of tablets.
Yes. Sounds like shell shock. I've seen a few cases like yours. This is nothing you should be ashamed of, Benjamin. And it's perfectly natural in your situation.
Not ashamed. I just need my pills. Peace and quiet, that's all.
Whatever the boy did, I'm sure he didn't deserve a public execution.
I swear I didn't want to hit him. It's just that I'm sick in the head, you see, and the boy just frayed me last nerve.
Uh-huh. Yeah. My dad was sick in the head, too.
A gun,
What's up,
alcohol,
Sylvia?
and a bad temper make a terrible cocktail, sir. Goodbye.
Welcome to the stream, Sylvia. You're always welcome here. Why did I say it like that?
I won't end up another drunk arsehole littering the streets. Not me.
Oh my god, I gotta get to work on a lot of fatigue treatments. Fuck.
How are you, boy?
I'm not your boy, alright?
I'm not your boy, alright? I'm sick to the head, too. Aren't we all a little bit sick?
I'll not die in some piss-stinking alley reeking
I can't believe this game doesn't have New Game Plus. That defies all Souls logic. I don't even know for sure
The
if it is.
Swanborough cordial can be the answer to all your problems. As long as you have the money.
Loretta?
Good evening, miss.
Good evening, sir. Are you interested in a miraculous cure for this unknown and deadly epidemic?
Actually, I am.
Then you have come to the right place.
Oh, really? Why didn't I hear about it during my studies? I'm Jonathan Reed, by the way.
Well, ain't that something?
Jonathan Reed.
Ah, my brother has spoken of your research, sir. I'm Loretta Swanborough, and it's always a pleasure to meet a fellow healer.
Do you know Nurse Dorothy Crane from the Pembroke Hospital? I'd like to know more about her.
I don't like to talk about
1%.
competition.
Jesus.
Competition, you say?
Never met her.
Bro, you should
but
get
it
that
seems
shit
she provides
charged.
some sort of medical care to the poor. The whole thing has to be some sort of scam, if you ask me.
I'd like to see what kind of medicine you're selling.
Oh. Opium. I need a lot of these. I don't have the fucking money. Of course I don't. I'm gonna fucking bite you.
Tell me, who intrigues you most in Whitechapel?
The region itself is something to see, but I would say Camellia the mute florist who gives away her flowers.
Is there anyone I should avoid here?
Is there anyone I should avoid?
Cadogan Bates, without a doubt. The bloody bastard remorselessly exploits poor migrants as soon as they get here.
What do you think of the locals?
Most of them are afraid or desperate. They all come to me eventually for my remedy.
Opium! I need a lot of this. China in the 1800s be like, ha! Damn.
Goodbye, Miss Swanborough.
Alright, so she's a famous doctor lady. Okay, dokie. Spring. I need to find a hideout! I hear a baby crying. What is this, fucking Bloodborne? Why didn't we open the door and walk in like a normal person? Why did there have to be like an area transition? Is there enemies inside of this hideout or something? Ooh, I got a ring. It's purple. I got another ring. There's a lot of blood in here. Large box of pills. I think I could give this to that one guy. Alright. Increases your blood capacity. Okay. Level 9. I think the next upgrade that I'm gonna try and push for is the Shadow Mist. Actually, level 10 is just about on the horizon. So I'm gonna try and get Shadow Mist, and then I'm gonna try and get one of these. Probably Rage. So I can rage against the machine. Oh no, please don't. That screen crashes my game. I don't care. Really, I don't. That screen crashes my game. It's by the mere grace of God that I'm able to get that screen and actually look at it without it crashing. Dude, with all the games, with all the problems that this game has, like the game crashing on certain screens, like, it makes me wonder if I actually want to try and play through this game. First off, it's on hard mode, so shit's gonna be unnecessarily difficult. Because I feel like I have something to prove for some unknown reason. But not only that, but also the game likes to crash at certain points. So I can't really do much without that fear. Who the fuck are you?
Excuse me, sir. I have a few questions for you.
Another journalist? I didn't answer the first one, so piss off!
I'm not a journalist, I'm a doctor.
A doctor, you say? It's quite a rare breed in this part of town.
Really? But still, here I am. Dr. Jonathan Reed, at your service.
I'm Joe Peterson to some, but Colossus Joe to most. And I don't remember asking for your service, sir.
Have you heard of a nurse named Dorothy Crane? She's a colleague of mine, and is supposed to live around here.
Dorothy Crane? Yeah, I know her. One of the few
Oh,
good souls
we got a
who
live
don't want
one.
the sick around here.
Could you please tell me more about her?
She's a nice girl. Tries to help the migrants. I offered to give her a hand, but she said my reputation would attract too much attention.
Ah.
May I ask what you do around here?
I do whatever I want, and sometimes even more.
Ah. That's... Huh.
According to you, physicians are scarce in this part of town. Why is that?
Not familiar with this neighborhood, are you? I guess your fancy colleagues are too afraid of being stabbed in the back.
This part of town does have quite a reputation. Would you say it's justified?
Totally. Look at me, for instance. I always look my opponent in the eye before knocking him out.
Well, that's... I'm pretty sure you're supposed to do that.
Goodbye, Mr. Peterson.
Great.
Welcome, sir.
Another shitty
Please take a
town
browse of my wares.
with
I am
some
Dr.
more
Reed.
shitty locals.
I would like to ask you a few questions, if you don't mind.
Doctor? Interesting. I'm Barrett Lewis. Usually I don't have time to waste with talk, but at this hour of the night I can hardly refuse.
Uh-huh.
Have you heard of a nurse called Dorothy Crane?
Nurse Crane. So the bitch really is a nurse then? Always thought she was just some crafty foreigner, that one.
Sure, blame the migrants. Ah. Oh my god.
Yes, she's a nurse, and quite a good one. What did she do to gain such notoriety?
Dorothy Crane ain't even a real name. Something like Dorothea Craniu. Something like
Really?
that. Came to England fleeing the war.
That's the best she could have came up. Alright. Dorothea Craniu. Alright. We need ideas to pass around the bonfire for what my new name could be. I'm thinking Dorothy Crane. Any takers? Alright, fuck it. I guess that's my new name. What is it, like, in another language? And that's just the English translation? It's just so goofy how she changed her name. How Dorothy Crane couldn't have been her real name or something.
Or I was told.
That doesn't explain why she irritates you so much.
Your precious Nurse Crane gives away medical supplies and prescriptions for free. I offered to sell it for a fair cut, but no. Miss Crane wanted to play the quiet saint.
How is business around here?
Business? I have no business. Between this racket, theft, and customers getting scared, I'm losing money every day.
I see. Sounds like you blame someone in particular for your situation.
It's no secret Joe Peterson spends his time harassing merchants. But with me, he's trying to put me out of business once and for all.
Why is that?
As a merchant, you see Whitechapel every day. Have you noticed anything out of the ordinary recently?
Well, you mean besides the epidemic, the war, and all the usual crap? As long as I can remember, this part of town has been a bottomless pit, and no sign of the bottom yet.
Violence is increasing in the borough.
Yeah. A few nights ago, some blokes jumped me. Came out of one of the condemned workshops. Fever, madness, something like that.
Where did this happen? Why did you go there?
In the closed workshops nearby. I worked there as an apprentice in better days. Now I only go to find trinkets or tools. Too bad I was mugged, though. There was good money in that little box of loot I lost.
Have you been hurt?
No, but that's only because I ran like hell. Those men were raving lunatics, I tell you. Not even able to speak anymore, just screaming. What do you mean?
No!
Right.
Alright, let's see what he's got. Got a bunch of shit that I can't quite afford right around now. Well, I can't afford... Oh my god, who is this fuck?
Hello, young man. I'm Dr. Reed, and I would like to ask you a few questions. May I enter, please?
Sorry, no, sir. My father does not like people entering our house, you see.
Oh. Let me in.
Your father is worried about you, boy. He asked me to look for you.
So my father actually worries about me then? Okay. Come on in. I'm Harry, by the way.
I don't like how he's talking about his dad. I really don't. Harry Peterson, another boy. Oh, wait, that's his son. May I loot your stuff?
Even my dreams are soaked with glue.
That really is depressing, my dear boy. Wait, what the? Oh. Apparently I could see blood through walls. Professional vampire hunters. If you suspect someone to be a vampire, don't try to kill it yourself. You have no chance. Instead, contact me to try to inform a professional vampire killer. These men and women are... Even seems some of them are working under the guard of a Pruin. Your friends, you're not alone. Solutions exist. Be smart. Spread the word. Clarence Crossley. For more information, please contact me directly. So,
Dreams.
May I ask you a few questions?
I'm not bothered. What could be worse?
How do you feel?
I'm fine. I mean, it's not easy every day, but I'm fine. I'm just tired of being sick all the time. If only I could be tough like... Well, you know.
Speaking of which, what can you tell me about your father?
My father is an idiot who makes idiot things. That's all I have to say.
Forgive my bluntness, young man, but you don't seem happy living in Whitechapel.
Why should I? I never wanted to come here in the first place. It was my father's decision. Look around you. Does this look like a nice place to live?
You have a place to call home, your situation can only improve.
You have a roof over your head, a place to call home. Many people here are not as lucky, you know.
That's exactly what my father says. Harry, you should be grateful for what you've got. I wasn't even consulted when we moved here.
If life here is so terrible for you, why don't you just leave this place? Have you ever spoken to your father about it?
I don't go outside. It terrifies me so. I went outside once without my father noticing and I saw terrible things. Bloody and frightening things.
So that's why you stay at home all day? For fear of the epidemic?
I'm not afraid of disease or death, Dr. Reed. It's the living I'm afraid of.
Do you know Nurse Dorothy Crane from the Pembroke Hospital? I'd like to know more about her.
Yes, I know her. She came here to examine me when I was very sick. She said I should go out more.
Goodbye, young man.
Alright.
Even my dreams are soaked with glue.
Cheap price, good quality. Come on, take a look. Don't be afraid.
You again? What do you want this time?
Harry doesn't seem happy living in Whitechapel. Why did you make him come here?
I've always put my son's interests above everything else, whatever he may think. Our house is small but affordable. The walls are thin, but the door is solid.
You really love your son, don't you, Mr. Peterson?
He's my pride and joy. Even if he hates me for the choices I make and pushes me buttons more than he should.
Do you have any regrets?
Only one. Not to have my beloved wife by my side. She died when Harry was little. My sweet Jane. She gave the boy confidence.
Since the criminal nature of your job means you could be arrested, are you not afraid of what would happen to your boy if you were?
No one will ever take my son away from me. If that ever occurred, I'd hunt the bastard down and rip off his head with my bare hands.
God damn. Alright. Well, at least I know he's a decent dad now. For the most part. Alright. Well, I can't mesmerize him anyway, so even if he was a shitty dad, I couldn't do anything about it.
How did you become the local bully everyone is afraid of, Joe?
There's no pride in roughing up poor bastards. But this is the only job I've found. And it pays well, too.
A job? So you're racketeering for someone else?
I got enlisted by the Wet Boot Boys, a gang from the docks. I'm their
Ooh.
muscle for their dirty work.
You survive at any cost, even at the expense of others. Perhaps that's just the law of nature.
I don't care what you think, sir. I do what I have to do for my own reasons, and that's that.
I'm not sure Mr. Lewis would agree with your by all means necessary philosophy, sir.
Oh, do you really think he's the poor victim here? Barrett can be as sneaky as anyone. Long ago, I even called the bastard my best friend.
Goodbye, Mr. Peterson.
Oh dear God, there's so many fucking people I haven't. This is like the first Souls game I've ever played that's been focused purely on the story. Oh, it's just a curfew thing again. Oh, hey, big boy.
Turn around.
Shut the fuck up! Just out of curiosity, how many points of blood do I have now? Really? Only 5 additional points of blood. Fuck's sake, man, at least the upgrades to my health and stamina I can actually notice. Is it just me? Or is that dude T-posing at me? I am very intimidated right now. Why are... Well, I want a T-pose. I don't want to show you how many things are wrong with this game. Oh, he's only level 8. He's trying to assert his dominance when he's like 1 level below me. Get out of here. Oh my god. Please no. Help. God help. I'm in hell. I know I am. This is a nightmare.
Your home will not protect you.
This is a nightmare. The grim realization is kicking in that if I fuck something up on this playthrough, I won't be able to come back and change it later because there's no new game flow. Yo, where the fuck did all those skulls come from? It's so unfair, this stun weapon. It feels unfair. Like, I mean, look at how fast my stamina, like, I get a full stamina bar in the time that it takes for me to drink this dude up. And then I can just keep draining him over and over and over again, and there's nothing he can do to stop me. It's beautiful.
imprisoned by your daily routine.
Looks like Milton. Kind of.
Good evening, miss. I'm Dr. Reed. I'd like to ask you a few questions. I know what you're thinking. A tall stranger who meets a girl in the street at night. It reeks of the penny dreadfuls. But I mean you no harm, truly.
She can't speak. She's mute. She can't talk.
I know you understand what I'm saying. Your silence has nothing to do with you being mute, does it?
The least she could do is
Very
nod.
well.
A small bouquet of flowers with a voucher for a free medical checkup between the flowers. If you are sick, if you have no money, whoever you are, wherever you're from. Oh.
Hello again, Miss. Melia, I know you work for Dorothy Crane. Please tell me about her secret dispensary. A stubborn and mute comrade. Nurse Crane and Darius Petrescu have been clever. Very well.
Alright. I gotta take a piss. Give me a minute. Alright, I'm back.
Excuse me, sir. Are you familiar with this part of town?
Even
Name's
sounds like
reporter.
oh my
Sorry, I'm new to Whitechapel. But perhaps you could help me since you're a journalist. My name is Jonathan Reed.
Dr. Reed, the famous surgeon. I'll gladly help if I'm able, sir.
Okay. Oh God.
Have you any idea of the danger you face?
Wait.
What is a journalist doing in this borough after sunset?
He goes where none of his colleagues would dare to go, to inform the country.
So you risk your life to reveal the truth. I saw many reporters do the same during the war.
Whitechapel is the crucible of so many untold stories and tragedies. I want people to know them.
What is a... That's quite honorable of you. But is the public interested?
Not at all, sir. And that's why I'm an independent journalist, hoping to sell some stories.
Have you any idea of the danger you face in these streets at night?
I've had to run and hide more than once from frenzied mobs incensed by the fever. Do you think the flu is really responsible for this, Doctor?
That science is unable to explain the facts doesn't mean there is no rational explanation.
I confess, I share your point of view, Doctor.
Why are the newspapers keeping silent about the Spanish influenza? It's as though none of you care.
There's a war going on. People shouldn't be demoralized by news of deadly diseases.
I served in France. Our top priority must be to put an end to this butchery. This war must stop now.
Sir, streets are a battlefield too. An invisible and untold war is going on, and it must be stopped.
Goodbye, Mr. Darby. Farewell.
Alright, I'm almost able to level up something else. Just need 20 more XP points. Take this marker off of this hideout. If I fucking can. Who the fuck is this?
Don't be shy, handsome.
Oh,
what
God.
can Christina do for you?
I'm not looking for what you're selling. But
I'm not interested in anything you're selling!
I'm a doctor. Dr. Reed.
All right then, but be quick. Though I usually get paid when I open my mouth.
Do you know Nurse Dorothy Crane from the Pembroke Hospital? Anything you can tell me about her would be helpful.
I don't know her, but I know her name is Dorothea Crăciunescu. She came from Romania like me and many others.
You seem to respect her.
Dorothea
Right,
helps
Dorothea
the sick people of Whitechapel.
Crăciunescu.
Everyone should respect that.
What? Monkey feathers.
Christina, have you been examined? The epidemic is spreading fast in London, and you could be exposed. Or expose others.
I don't like doctors or hospitals, but I don't like you asking questions.
You can put your own life in danger, that's your decision. But what about your clients? If you're contaminated, you will put them in danger too.
And you think that would worry me? If you knew the men I deal with, their health would not be what you'd worry about.
Considering your line of work, I assure you it is only a matter of time before you have health issues.
If it is going to happen, it will happen. Right now, I need money. That's what's important.
Clayton Darby claims he will expose the crisis in Whitechapel to all of London. Do you believe him?
I believe Clayton's courage will erode with time, until he finally leaves Whitechapel to start another fight somewhere else.
Really?
Why this skepticism?
How can you speak about starvation if you've never been hungry? Or about poverty? Or anything else you have never suffered from?
Are you talking from experience?
I've seen your type come here to get a good fuck in a cheap room or a dark alley before going back to their fancy houses in the West End.
Tell me about yourself.
Are you joking with me? People don't usually come to see me for conversation.
I have no interest in your work. I am, however, curious as to what led you into this career.
Short story. The war, exile, and England. This country is not especially welcoming. I've been refused many jobs because of where I am from. I had few options left.
Many people must deal with poverty, but not all choose to sell their bodies. That was your decision.
And when exactly was the last time you looked for a job? Or worried about the rent, or what or when you were going to eat?
Fair enough.
Goodbye, miss.
Alright, now I can level up. I need to go find that fucking hideout. Run. Run where? Well, not into the wall, for starters. Already up there. Stupid ass. No. No, please. Don't crash my game again. I'm sure whatever it is isn't important anyway. See, everybody's just coming down with a bad case of fatigue. Harry Peterson's got anemia. Now so does Albert. I should have killed everyone here when I had the chance. Alright.
What do you want? Leave me alone.
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Reed. I'm looking for Nurse Dorothy Crane.
There is no Dorothy Crane here. Now goodbye.
I'm afraid this medical leaflet says the opposite, sir.
Really? Well, I'm afraid I'm going to close this door right now. Go bother someone else, Mr. Doctor.
To enter that house, I must discover who this man really is. Maybe I could
He's got
start
bronchitis.
observing what he's up to.
Oh, here she is.
A strange man was at the door with a pass for our medical facility. I refused him entry.
Darius, how could you know he didn't need our help?
His clothes were too finely tailored to be for Whitechapel.
Perhaps just a friend of that stray poet who is always about.
Richard Nithercott? No, not of the same cloth, this man. I suspect some machination from that journalist.
Clayton Darby. Is he still asking questions?
Yes. I saw him drifting around St. Mary's Church. I swear he is tracking me just downwind.
I must talk to that journalist or the poet. They must know about Darius. Nearby the church they just mentioned.
I don't know how much longer I'm gonna want to do this.
Forgive my interruption.
Do not apologize, my son.
Ugh.
Father Tobias Whitaker is always happy to teach mortals about the incoming Armageddon.
I am Dr. Jonathan Reed, and I just have a few questions.
A scientist? You are much more lost than I thought, my son.
Do you know Nurse Dorothy?
I don't like the liberal ideas of nurses.
Why do you hate Nurse Crane more than other nurses?
Before coming to London, she was a member of the communist resistance in our country. That's what happens when you let a woman get involved in politics.
Oi! Fuck is that supposed to mean?
So you're not exactly a fan of Florence Nightingale's work. But nurses are essential to modern healthcare.
Nuns should be the only women allowed to take care of male patients. It's obvious only they have the necessary moral fiber.
What do you mean when you say that I am more lost than you thought?
All scientists are entangled in a world of causes and consequences. And most of them can't see the plain truth.
Quite a judgmental opinion, if you ask me. But what do I know? Blinded by science as I am.
But you are seeking answers, aren't you? Answers about the Armageddon about to strike the city. Answers about the hidden truth.
Well, I suppose I can spare a few minutes listening to your so-called truth.
As a doctor, you must be aware of the decimating epidemic.
The only thing I'm aware of is that I'm gonna have lung cancer by the time I'm 30. You keep talking.
Just the beginning of the end.
What do you mean?
The beast is finally revealing itself, corrupting the flesh and the heart of men. With my own eyes I have seen them, those minions from the abyss.
Really? And what would be your answer to this biblical threat?
We must fight the disease before this legion outnumbers us. but not with scalpels and microscopes. No.
What is left then?
Cleansing fire.
What do you mean? I am. Tell me, Tobias, what exactly is your plan concerning the cleansing of this city?
God will recognize his own. More than once this city has risen from the ashes, hardened and purified by the flames.
Purification by fire has proved useful, but where do you stop? Burn the clothes? The buildings? The corpses? Worse?
Your lack of faith is predictable. But my task is to convince rational minds like yours to see the light. This is God's will.
You're mad. And dangerous. You're nothing but a soulless butcher. A small-time Torquemada. The Savonarola of Whitechapel.
Damn! Tell him, Johnny boy!
If you think salvation is a free gift, go listen to the lies of that pompous fool, Joseph.
Joseph, a fool?
Vicar Larrabee of St. Mary's Church. While he continues preaching his fraudulent redemption, more and more people die in the streets.
Have you any friends? Any family left in these terrible times?
No. But I have a disciple I see as my son. He is so devoted. I send him to preach the good word in the heart of this corrupted city.
You sent him on some preaching crusade during the epidemic.
As a true believer, Samuel will fear no evil while he walks through the valley of the shadow of death.
Where did you send him?
I sent Samuel to the Stonebridge Cemetery, where the pestilence and evil grows night after night.
I have heard enough for tonight.
Yep.
Good evening, Doctor.
I heard you're investigating an underground medical dispensary in Whitechapel. What do you know about it?
Not much, I'm afraid. They are wary of strangers, and I'm not really an acquaintance of theirs. Why do you care?
I'm afraid one of the nurses from the Pembroke Hospital may be involved with unsavory activities.
Ah, could it be Dorothy Crane?
Without a doubt, you are a damn fine journalist, Mr. Darby. What do you know of her accomplice, a man named Darius?
I don't know much about the man. He's very cautious. Never goes out. Doesn't seem to have any friends or family.
He has no relatives at all?
No. Except for that strange man, a poet named Richard Nithercott, who sometimes comes by. Darius would never let him in.
Where can I find this Mr. Nithercott?
He spends most of his time lurking around Whitechapel, talking to himself or declaring verses. These days, you can usually find him behind the church.
Okay.
He never goes out?
No. A few days ago, he unexpectedly did. I followed him, but it was just a ruse to keep me away from his house.
Really? How do you know?
He went to the nearest mailbox, but just before posting his letter, he ripped it up and threw it away.
Christina Popper claims she sells her body because she can't find any other work. Do you believe her?
Of course I do. Her story is exactly what I want my readers to understand. We live in an intolerant and divided nation.
Do you think things will ever change, Mr. Darby?
I believe the situation can only improve. And now that women can vote, I'm convinced things will change.
Goodbye, Mr. Darby.
Dazzled Scout. Go the fuck away. Bro, I just got my neck meat bitten off. Can you not? Get fucking parried, you bitch. Oh boy. Oh my lord. I can only take so much of this. I gotta call this episode off. Oh my god, dude. Alright. Well, I made it to Whitechapel. In the next stream, I'll finish talking to everybody, and I'll actually go out and try to progress through the game a bit more. But for today, I'm done. Thank you guys for tuning in, those of you that tuned in live. If you liked it, like the video, subscribe, turn on the post notifications so that you never miss another video, and you'll be notified when I start a live stream, and I hope to see you guys in the next one. Share this video with everybody you know. It really helps out with the channel and helps it grow, and as always, if you're not crazy like me, you're not normal. Peace out.